Jerome, welcome to Club Apple. Excited to have you on the show here. How's it going?
Oh, pretty good, Tim. I haven't talked to you for a while, man.
It's been at least a year, probably. We've had
Yeah,
occasional Twitter stuff, but
that's true.
it's been too long though. It's been too long. But
Yeah, you should come visit again if you get a chance. It's nice and hot down here. It
oh, I
sounds like
know.
it's pretty cold where you're at.
I'm planning on going to Macworld next year if I can work out the
Oh,
finances. So I got a place to crash. I got a friend in San Francisco, and it'll be a little more economical to go next time. So.
well,
And
as long as it
I
happens, right?
well, I'm figuring I gotta go. This could be the last one, right?
Well, I hope it's not the last one,
I
but
hope it's
with
not
all
either. That would
the
suck. We'd
changes.
have to have someone else organize some event to be all good.
Hey, we'll do one in Hawaii. Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do it. Hawaii Macworld, yeah, absolutely,
Uh,
man. No, I miss Hawaii. I really do. But yeah, so
you don't miss the prices, though. Trust me. Oh,
it is cheap out here. There's no sales tax, no income tax.
crap is
Rent's
this?
only $540. It's great. You don't even have
I'm
to wear a
crying a little
seatbelt
bit.
here. You can just drive around with a seatbelt if you want to be careless like that. There's
Hey, it
no
doesn't
law.
keep people do it here too. Laws don't
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
people from doing stuff.
And up until July of next year, you can use your phone while you're driving.
Ugh. Oh, I don't know
So
about that.
I don't know about that either. Texting's forbidden, but how do
The
you
phone
tell if you're
calls are
texting or
alright.
changing the music?
Oh my God.
Anyways, anyways, so today I wanted to talk about a couple things with you, Jerome. iPhone 6 Plus. We have these phones now. And did you
The
get this?
monstrosity.
Yeah, did you get this launch day? Did you get yours on launch day?
So mine was interesting. I'm with T-Mobile, so I put my order in, and there was like I guess a little bit of drama with their pre-order system.
Okay.
So I didn't have mine on launch day. I had it on Monday, which wasn't too bad,
I
but it
had to wait
was.
like 2 weeks. We pre-ordered on launch day, on pre-order day, I should say.
Are you still with AT&T? I take it.
Yeah, it's through
Okay.
my company that I work at, so they pay the
Ah,
contract, and then I order through them.
okay. Oh,
So I
that's
just have to
nice.
buy the device, and then all the service is free, which is nice.
Which I guess you had to pay full for the
No,
device.
no, I got the
You
contract
still use the
pricing.
Next Plus.
I got
Oh,
contract pricing, so yeah. So
that's
I went from the
that's nice.
5 to the 6 Plus. I'm on the regular cycle of 5 to 6 to 7 and all that. So you don't
I do
upgrade
it
every
every
year, do
year,
you?
which is horrible.
You upgrade every
Yeah,
year.
it's horrible every year.
Okay, okay.
Because
Now
usually I can save up enough money, and then the resale value kind of stays pretty high.
I feel
So I
so
really don't have
horrible
an
about
issue.
selling my stuff, my phones. I just don't want to get rid of them. Like I've got every iPhone except I don't have a 4 and I don't have a 5S. Those are the only two phones I don't have.
The four should be easy to get to.
Oh
They're
yeah,
pretty
those would be
cheap.
cheap.
So
I figure if I wait it out, I can get them eventually. And that's I'm like I have like all the iOSs except for like iOS 2. I'm missing. I have iOS 1, iOS 3, iOS 4. So
holy
I'm
crap.
missing two. So I have to find like an iPod Touch that's really old that's still running it. That can upgrade or something. We'll see. I will have to track that down for my
Man.
museum. But anyways, the 6 Plus, people are saying is too big for them. I don't get what these whiners are going on about. This is just the perfect size phone now.
I think it's a personal preference. I mean, at first when I picked it up, I had to get used to it. I was used to my 5S, so I had my thumb could pretty much almost reach everything on the screen easily.
It is a different
Then
type of use, right?
switching on here, I mean, a little bit bigger, right?
Yeah.
So some of the applications aren't designed yet to take into account the larger screen. Like if you use Reader, for example, an RSS
Hmm.
reader or application, aggregate application, some of the buttons are on opposite ends of the screen. So you have a
Yeah.
problem when you want to like click read all or you want to go back. Luckily, it has gestures, so you can just swipe and kind of take care of stuff. But
You have a feeling this top corner is not going to
that's
be used very much. That one there.
no, unless you bring it down.
Yeah.
So
I don't use reachability at all. Never.
I think I've used it once on accident.
Like
So
for
I don't
me,
know.
so people complain one-handed use. So one-handed use to me is I'm looking at Twitter, and for me, you can just flick anywhere on the screen. That's fine. And I guess I can't type one-handed, but then again, I don't need to do that really, quite honestly.
Actually, you know what? This is an awesome thing. People can't use their phones one-handed anymore, so they're more likely going to either keep it in their purse, pocket,
Hmm.
bag, whatever, and they won't be looking at their phones while they're walking along or driving because now they need two hands to use it. Right?
Totally. No,
There's always
totally.
good things about this.
And with the Hello Siri function or the Hey,
Which I turned off.
I love that feature. I'll tell you. I'm in the car, and the trick is you don't have to stop and wait for it to do the da 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 thing. Because when you say Hey Siri, it just keeps on listening. So you can say Hey Siri, open maps, and it just automatically does that. I apologize.
Well, I had
if
the
opened
problem.
anybody's maps.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say that's the problem right there. What you just did. So people might listen.
Well, it's
to a
great because I
podcast,
control
they
both
might be at work.
Xbox people and iPhone people, and I can say Xbox on, and I can say Hey
You
Siri,
jerk.
and now I get both of them in one fell swoop. It's great.
You were a jerk, sir.
I'm just, well, most I don't know. With Hey Siri, there's less people always plugged in, so I should stop saying that. But you're not always plugged into your phone. Now, once Mophie comes out with their case, that'll be even more great at the lunch table.
Oh goodness, the battery packs. I didn't even think about.
Yeah,
Any battery
right?
pack will send a charge through. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
No.
totally. But
So I do like the feature though.
yeah, you do. Yeah, it's handy. I mean, it's especially cool. Like you got a little headset in. Hey Siri, what's 5 plus 1,000? And it'll just tell you the
Cheating
answer.
in class.
Yeah, absolutely. You can cheat in class with the little headset. Because they're getting smaller all the time, these headsets. I've got one that's like, I don't know, half an inch long, and it works really well from Plantronics. And so I use that at work all the time. I don't do this very much. I do it occasionally, but it's either speakerphone or I've got 2 headsets, one for work, one for home, and I just use that with it.
I actually use this headset. So if you disconnect the cable on this headset, it turns to a Bluetooth headset. So when I'm recording
Wow.
stuff or if I'm sitting down, I just plug it in. But
Who
when
makes
I'm
that there?
walking, oh my God, Jabra. That's what it was. It's a
Jabra,
Jabra. Man, I might mispronounce it.
Yeah,
I
sure.
forgot the name for it, which is kind of funny. Oh, that's bad. Revo. It's the Revo, the Jabra Revo.
Okay.
So I love it
Okay,
though.
cool.
Best headset I picked up in a long time.
Yeah, I like the indiscreet ones that people don't really know you're wearing a headset because it's so small, That's
And you
know.
look insane because you're talking to yourself, right?
Exactly. Now I
So,
want I've talked about this before, but I want the next iPod Nano to have Wi-Fi and support connectivity or whatever it's called, so I can answer phones on this, like the Zoolander phone. I think that would be amazing. It'd be great.
Funny story regarding Diana. So this originally old, like I think first or second gen iPod Nano, but it was under the recall.
Oh, you got
so
the
they
swap,
sent me a new one.
free swap.
Yeah.
See, I would have
I
been
was like,
angry.
you know what? Let me type in the serial number. Would you be angry? No
See,
reason
I would
to
have
be
been angry with that swap because I'm collecting all of them. It's like, I need my first generation Nano back. Thank you very much. Give me a new screen or battery. You know me. I've got a lot.
I don't know.
I'll be curious to see
I
if
try to get rid of
next
old
week if
technology.
I have to buy any more iPods. Like, I don't know. Do you think we'll get new iPods this month?
New iPads, possibly new Macs. What else is there? Good God, man. It's going to be an expensive week.
iPods? Any iPods?
Yeah, who cares
New
about
Nano?
yeah,
Let's get
iPods
new
too.
Nano in there.
Nano, yeah? Because it's
We'll
usually their
see,
media
yeah.
event, right?
Yeah,
New Apple
normally
TV?
is. And iPods are every 2-year thing, right? So it's about time.
It is. It is.
So,
Hey,
anyways,
did you have issues with your phone bending? I have to ask you.
No, but I'm super paranoid about it now. That's the most annoying thing. If all these stories that come out, I wouldn't be so paranoid about my phone, which would, and I don't, I always am paranoid because even my 5S, I feel there's like a natural curve to it after just holding it. I almost see like a little natural curve to it, but it's not bent. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I always put a case on mine. I don't keep it naked. And the cases I put on there, this one's a Pelican case, so it's kind of thicker. And I have oh my goodness, I forgot which company makes it, which is pretty bad because they took forever. They had an issue with their pre-production stuff, so the case isn't coming till now. Spigen, is it Spigen? Spigen?
Oh, I
You
know
the
who you're
proper
talking
way
about,
to
yeah.
pronounce it. So I have that
That's
case
the
coming
one that
in.
makes that out of like what, metal, right?
No. You're thinking element cases possibly.
Oh, okay.
The ones that are like full-on metal, like aluminum tooled. Speaking, it's kind of a mixture, nice plastics. They were really good. I had on my 5S. Actually, you know what? Let me search on my very messy table.
Is it the one that has a built-in stand to it?
No. Oh, I hated that thing. It looked disgusting. So
I'm trying to
couldn't
think
do
which
it.
one you're talking about. The one I got is
It looks similar
Oh,
to
there you
this.
go. That's yours. Okay.
So this is the older one, though. This is for the 5S. But this
Okay.
thing has been through crazy times. I mean, I've dropped my phone, and the case isn't damaged. It's like this rubber. Oh, wow. This back portion Looks like it comes off. Did not know that.
Huh.
And I've loved their cases. It sounds like they had pre-production errors. They went by off of, I guess, what they believed the iPhone 6 Plus looked like versus what it
Yeah.
actually, the actual dimensions.
6 Plus, I think, was more of a
So,
surprise for people,
yeah.
for manufacturers. Like, we knew the 6. The 6 Plus I wasn't sure about when, when they announced it. It's like, oh, there we go.
What color did you get, by the way? I did
Gold.
not.
Naturally, I gotta get the
Oh,
gold.
you too.
Gotta
Okay.
get the golden fingerprint reader. It's great.
Oh, dude.
Did
Same
you get
boat.
gold?
I got gold. Oh yeah. I
Oh,
had
there
to.
you go.
I
Everyone made
don't
fun
like
of me for
white,
the gold,
so
but I like the gold. It's a shame though because the gold Apple Watch is not going to be the same price as the other watches. That's going to suck because I would like to match. But
just save up a little bit, sell some stock,
oh yeah,
do
sell my
something, and then
car.
you can afford it. Sell your
Sell
car.
my car, yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I think I'm going to go
yeah.
low end with the Apple Watch at first. We'll see.
So I know you don't really have a lot of hair, but has your hair gotten stuck in your phone?
Explain this.
You haven't heard about this?
I haven't heard about Hairgate.
Oh,
No.
oh, Hairgate. So supposedly, people were getting their hair stuck in their phones when they're putting their phone to the ear. It was like the top portion. I was like, "Are you serious now?" And the best
There's
thing
not
is,
even an opening there, is it? There's barely an opening.
yeah, it's something. I really don't know how it happens. I tried it a couple of times. I hate running my case naked, but I was messing around with it.
I don't
Um,
see nothing.
So, well, the best thing. So, I mean, people try to blow something out of proportion again, and then next, you know the Infowars guy, who goes like with all
think
these
so, yeah.
interesting theories. He was like, Apple is harnessing your DNA.
Oh,
I was
boy.
like, you got to be kidding me.
Did he bring into the Touch ID thing into it?
Oh no, he just said that they're collecting your ID for
Oh,
who knows
wonderful.
whatever, because
So the whole Bengay thing, did you watch that video that one dude did from an unboxing thing, the unbox
Yes.
artist dude?
he put a lot of pressure on that phone.
I think
So-
he also spent like 12 hours doing that. I think he just put a highlight reel, and at the very end, that's what happened. Because if you look at
Wasn't
the
it-
times, if you look at the
Yes.
times aren't matching up as to this is sequentially happening. I'm pretty convinced this is him spending like 12 hours and making this video doing this here. Pretty
I-
convinced.
It's so bizarre. That whole Bengay thing was blown out
I
of
don't.
proportion.
Yeah, and everyone asks me. Everyone, if I go to like great clips of my haircut,
Yep.
they're like, is your phone bending? And every person, every average day people are still asking this, and it's
I know. All the time. I go out somewhere. Oh, is your phone bending? Ha ha ha. It's like, yeah, no. I'm
it's
not
like I
stupid. I'm
told
gonna
one
sit on
person
it,
like
number one.
I got one of those Android ones. It doesn't bend. It's plastic. It's like yours bends too. Trust me. Consumer Reports.
Breaks.
They showed it.
different.
They breaks. Yes. Oh, but the thing about this size, it's so great because first off, the battery it lasts forever. I can do like 2 hours of turn by turn and still doesn't put a blink on my battery at all. I can use it hard all day.
I'm actually watching like Doctor Who right now on Netflix. So when I have to get my fix
Yeah.
in, when I'm waiting like for my wife or anything, I actually can just sit down and watch it without watching the battery kind of drain every minute. It actually
I went
lasts,
to Subway was for lunch today. I was down up north and just streamed some Seinfeld from OneDrive and I have a folio case here, so I just stand it up.
Ooh.
I got to stand at all times. And the best thing
Nice
about this
case.
case is also it's got a slot for my credit card and ID. So I just bring this. I got everything I need, and when Apple Pays, it'll be even better. Apple Pay comes out.
I
So,
can't wait for that, by the way.
Yeah, no, what? No Apple Pay in Hawaii?
Oh, I can't wait for it to come out. I'm a little leery about like some of the actual, I guess, businesses putting in Apple Pay. There's a couple of people who are like, "Oh, we care about our businesses, we care about our customers, but we're not going to implement Apple Pay." I was like,
I think
wow,
what
you
they're
guys are a bunch
saying
of
is we don't
hypocrites.
want to install NFC readers at our stores because if it has an NFC reader, my assumption is it'll work.
They have no
Right.
choice. 2015 federal law, from what I recall. They have
Yeah,
to
I hope
implement
so.
chip and pay, so they really have no choice but to move forward with.
I'll be honest. I'm going to change my shopping habits. If a grocery store does Apple Pay at one, not the other, you know where I'm going.
I agree with you, and I have to carry less crap around then too. Ugh.
Now, I'll be curious, like the drive-through, how that's going to work. You're at the drive-through. It's like, you just.
You have to hand your phone to the person unless they
Yeah.
know it's on the outside. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Oh, it's gonna be so like the first couple months. I'll be curious how well trained the staff are, and if I try to pay and it doesn't work.
There more likely be a bit confusion.
A
I
little
bet you
bit,
Apple will
yeah.
have it down pat, but usually, unless it's like a high scale retailer, it's gonna take a while for all the staff to be trained. I'm gonna
Like when
think
I go to
it's like
Subway and
places.
do Apple Pay,
Yeah.
they'll be like, hey, what the
Good luck
heck?
with
What are you
that.
doing? I'm
What is it? What are you
tapping.
doing, man?
But yeah, in a couple years, I would love to see just like anywhere I go, I just bring my phone. I'm good. Or just bring
I'm
my Apple Watch and I'm good. I guess the Apple Watch can do it self-sufficient after it's paired once with an iPhone.
You know what I'm curious about? If let's say I visit Japan, will it work properly when I move to Japan? Or it'll be like, hey, are you
Oh,
locked to like a certain region? Because Japan already has NFC. It's
they
pretty much, you
do.
bet you, it's
It's only
everywhere.
been announced for America,
So
as far as I can tell, though, right?
that's the problem, I think. They have to get an agreement with the actual. But the thing is,
They do.
don't they have
Are
to
you
get an
moving to
agreement with
Japan,
the
by the way?
actual? Oh, no, no, no. We're staying in Hawaii,
Okay, that'd
so.
be cool, man. That'd be cool. I'm starting to learn
I,
Japanese, slow but surely.
you're
Slow
more likely doing
process.
better than I am. So.
It's hard when you live in New Hampshire. I'll tell you.
Yeah, you have to find someone to speak with.
Exactly.
So.
There's,
Uh,
we got other languages, not that. But yeah, the
in
worldwide thing's
regards,
gonna be interesting because we're so far
see, I thought they were
behind with
just.
payments here.
Oh, the U.S. is super far behind. Another thing I was curious about, since it looks like there are deals with the actual credit card companies, maybe it'll work in Japan because it still routes it through the American credit card processing.
Right, like on
So it'd be
my
kind of interesting.
Japanese 3DS that I have, I can use an American
Uh,
credit card, Visa, and it works without a problem. It doesn't even ask me for a billing address. It just boom, it
you think
works.
it would?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it does not
yeah.
ask me where my billing address is. I can just put my American card in there. It works.
On a
Um,
tangent, since you mentioned 3DS, I'm
yes,
so tempted to pick one up just for Super Smash Brothers.
it is so good.
Don't do that to me.
It is so good. I'm getting the new 3DS from Japan. It should be here Wednesday, so I'm very
Ooh.
excited about the new one. But the Smash Brothers system is very beautiful. It's all shiny and pretty.
Oh, do they still
Yeah,
sell those? The
they
Super Smash Brothers
do.
systems?
It's limited edition, but they should still have them in stock. Yeah, but Smash Brothers is solid. I didn't think they could pull it off.
Neither
I
did I.
thought, no way that's gonna work on handheld, but they did it miraculously, and it's great.
And sorry for the tangent. I just had to
That's
ask
that's
because
all
I'm,
right.
I'm,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like
it
in
is totally
limbo right
awesome.
now.
Yes,
uh,
I'm gonna get so many amiibos this holiday. It's gonna knock me good for my pocketbook.
God.
Oh, but anyways,
I actually had one more question about NFC. So one thing
yeah.
that's interesting. So this headset, for example, has an NFC chip inside of it, so you can pair your phone via
Oh, that's
NFC.
cool.
Do you think Apple, after let's say a year, let's say iOS 9 or whatever the heck they're going to call it,
Kind of like the
maybe they'll
Touch
skip
ID
a step like
scenario.
Microsoft
They got
did?
a year to figure it
Yeah,
out, then the next year they do it.
yeah.
Hmm.
That'd be kind of interesting, right?
I don't
Because I mean, a
know.
lot of if you look at
Yeah,
like the players coming out, you can just tap it and it pairs it automatically. Because you know how it sucks, how much it sucks messing with Bluetooth. It's no fun
it totally
sometimes.
does. Huh, that's a curious question because it depends where the NFC is. Like, is it a part of the security chip in that, or is it something separate?
Yeah, I guess we'll find out. Right now, I'll be happy just to see Apple Pay come out.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna just buy stuff because the store has Apple Pay. It's like I'm gonna stop by Subway, give me a cookie that says Apple Pay. Let me just try this out here.
Hey, those double fudge cookies are good. White
They
chocolate
are,
fudge.
man.
Mm.
The Subway cookies are
Dangerous.
dangerous. Yeah. You guys don't have the $5 footlong in Hawaii.
I haven't been to a Subway for so long. I've
Yeah,
been kind of moving away. I've been eating
you're being
like
healthier, which
soups
is
and
good. Yeah, yeah.
oh, it's bad. No, it's good. It's actually good.
That's
A lot
good.
more
I
veggies
need
and stuff.
to stop eating that crap. But with the 6 Plus, let's get back to it a little bit before we move on to other things. I'm I it's 16 by 9, perfect aspect ratio for video and stuff like that. But sucks because iPad apps that are hard coded to 4 by 3, it's not an easy process for a developer to make that iPhone 6 Plus. And I don't think there's a way to say, let's make an iPhone 6 Plus app alone. It'll have to support the smaller itty bitty iPhones as well. So,
For
yeah.
it sounds like there's a couple of developer podcasts I've listened to, and they were talking about they're pretty much gonna have to design for three different phones now. So you got your regular iPhone 6, you
Yep.
have your iPhone 6 Plus, and then you're gonna have your iPad.
Mm.
And it's gonna be a bit of more work for the developers. I don't know if they're happy about it. They're also talking about how the kind of the pixel perfect approach is more likely going to go away.
That can't work anymore, right?
No, because you have like so many different. Well,
Yeah,
look at
if
Android,
Apple
for
wants to
example.
release
So,
a different size phone next year, they gotta be ready for it.
I think it'll be a good transition. It just takes a while for some of the developers. I mean, they just received their phones too, so
Mhm.
they're more likely sitting there coming up with like great ideas, and then they'll implement them as quickly as possible and release it to the wild.
Now, I will tell you
That's just me.
the camera. Oh my gosh, I had to do
Oh,
a video shoot at work, and I didn't bother bringing the tripod and all that stuff. I just grabbed the camera, and doing handheld, it was almost as good as being on a steady cam. Like, it's amazing.
that's actually the thing that made me go for the Plus. I was originally going to go for the 6, and then
Yeah,
I was like,
'cause you do a fair amount of
optical image
video, right?
stabilization. Yeah, well, a lot less now. I usually carry like either my Canon or my Canon camera with
Okay,
me
so
for the
you'll
video,
bring
just because of battery.
big ones, yeah. Okay. And you win 64 or 128?
64. I usually go middle of the road. I usually
Yeah,
don't
I
get the
thought that was
highest
a good
end.
option. Like,
So,
that's plenty of breathing room. Yeah.
and most of the stuff I have is either in the cloud or I don't put my music on there anymore. It's all in iTunes Match. There's
Yeah,
really,
I'll be
or an iCloud, I
curious.
should say.
I use iTunes Match as well. I'll be curious if CarPlay, it reads off your phone, and it has iTunes radio stations in there. Will iTunes Match be in there or just my downloaded songs? I'll be curious when I get that installed, see what happens with that.
Well, since it pulls the info, well, I guess we'll see what happens. But
Yeah,
since it
yeah,
pulls
I
the
haven't
info,
heard any answer on that. So, but have you switched apps that like Twitter clients? Have you switched Twitter clients that are using the real estate better on the 6 Plus than what you did before? Or
I went to Twitterific until the update to Tweetbot came out.
okay, yeah, I moved from the
So,
Twitter app to Twitterific, and I'm pretty happy with Twitterific. Tweetbot,
ye-
it seems so overdone. It's too much.
I love it. It's my favorite. It's
Yeah.
my go-to Twitter app. I was so sad that they didn't update in time. I forgot what the issue was. There was I think they had everything ready, but I don't know if it was a bug on Apple's side. I'd have to look into the history.
So
So I
that's a
don't
very
make assumptions.
pixel perfect app,
So,
right? I mean, it's not a gracefully
uh,
scaling app by any means.
I think a lot of the stuff. Well, I'm not a good developer, so I wouldn't be able to tell
Yeah.
you.
Now, are you
Or
answering
designer.
phone calls from your iPad at all these days?
I got a couple of them come through, but I never answered them on the iPad. I took them on
Yeah.
the phone because the phone was actually with me also.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I've done it as a novelty before. It's kind of fun. And the Macs, I think, are especially cool use case because you're working on your Mac, you don't want to grab your phone or whatever
Yeah.
it is.
Once
Are
it's
you using
released.
Yosemite yet, or?
Yeah, and I really, personally, I think they should wait a little while longer till it's done
You don't think it's
because
done
it
yet?
sounds like they're pushing. No, there's
Okay.
bugs.
I've been using
So
it pretty good so far. But anyways,
I think they're pushing stuff too quickly. I really think they need to slow down, not only on iOS updates,
they need
but also
a
on Mac
snow
updates.
leopard year, right? Snow leopard year.
Yeah, they just need to give the developers a time to catch up because the developers are more likely freaking out that they have to update all their software. I can only imagine how hectic it is in some of the development shops right now.
I'll tell you, our company does iPad apps. Every year, it's just such a headache. It's like code red, as it's coming, there's never enough time to test. You're developing on beta OSs, and yeah,
And you're developing on beta Xcode, which is very, very stable, said with lots of
yeah,
sarcasm. So,
you're right.
oh
Now, are you
man,
using widgets in iOS 8 at all?
a few. So, was it Clean Shaven Apps? I don't know if you know about the app Dispatch. It's kind of my mail client, go-to mail
Okay.
client right now. It released something called Clips, which it uses. You can, well, as it says, you can take clips of like web pages, pictures, text, and it puts
Mhm.
it as a widget so you can access it easily. It's actually a pretty cool app.
Cool.
It's free, and there's like a pro level you can pay for, which is I think $2 or $3, which is worth it.
So it
Um,
gives you like a preview of a website within Notification Center?
yeah, it's a little JPEG picture. Looks like
JPEG
just
picture of it? Okay.
yeah.
That's pretty
Well,
cool.
I might be wrong actually. I haven't used it for so long. I did not look at the underlying functionality of it. I used it for text mostly because
Yeah.
I've been writing a lot more on my iPad, so I needed to bring text across from certain places
No,
easily.
I've got like two
So
modes of using widgets. I have I pull up all the way to the top, and I got my widgets there, and then I just do a huge flick to the bottom, and I just use those two sets of widgets. You know, I don't. You can't have any more than that in my mind. The middle ones just are useless.
I think it's going to start getting clogged, very clogged over time, which is
Because
what I'm
right
worried
now
about.
I've got I got an app launcher, and I've got the Lose It, quick entry thing, then OmniFocus, Dropbox, and then pCalc.
Yeah, OmniFocus.
That's kind of
I have
helpful.
OmniFocus right now, and that's it.
Yeah.
I guess I should add some more. I should add clips again. Oh my goodness. I did a restore a while back, and after I did that, I was too lazy. I just did a full clean and install.
I'll tell you, Touch ID. How awesome is that?
You know what the bad thing is? I'm so accustomed not using Touch ID for certain apps. I still type in the code.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute. What
Well,
the
it's
heck
funny.
am I doing?
For certain apps, I open it, and before the app even opens and asks me for the thing, I already have my finger on it. It just automatically
Yep.
opens without me seeing the dialogue.
Just muscle memory. I'll get used to it. I love the fact that you can use Touch ID. The apps are able to utilize Touch ID now.
Yeah.
So it's one of the best things I think that that was released. So, hooray, one password. You
It's
don't
so
have to
much
type in your
more
stupid
awesome
long
than that.
password anymore.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I'm actually happy to have a 5S, so it's just like, oh, it actually is fully baked now as a thing. Let's see. What else? Any other iOS 8 things you want to dive into, or anything else here?
Have you used the keyboards, the third-party keyboards?
I'll tell you. They're great and they're not so great. The problem is I've just got so many freaking keyboards. Because I have the Japanese keyboards. I got two of those. I got my regular English one, and I got SwiftKey. And, I had the animated GIF keyboard for a little bit. And I got that
Oh,
translator
no.
thing. So I did nuke a lot of them. So I just have some Japanese keyboards. I got the swipe thing and English. Text Expander I have installed, but unless I'm doing some major power usage, I don't have that enabled. What
Yeah,
about
I'm
you?
in the same boat as you are. I'm
Yeah,
stock.
yeah. I just
So it was
it's
easier
too
that
easy.
way.
It's too easy to accidentally hit that international button. I'm
Yeah, I do that
accidentally
all the time,
I'm
actually.
typing and I want to go to the numbers. I mix up the numbers from the international. It's like, let me finish. So I
Good on
start
you.
typing in the stock keyboard, then I finish typing the sentence with swipe because I too lazy to switch it back.
I'm in the same boat. So, I'm going to stick with just stock for now.
Predictive type, I rather enjoy.
It's nice. Have you played that stupid game where people just
You
send
just do a
text
whole
back
sentence
for
with
these
predictive?
predictive? Yes.
Yeah, it's great.
so bad.
I'll tell you, I think predictive type will have being human beings more polite and courteous to other people with replies. Like, I don't, I never said, you're welcome as often as I used to. Like, now it's like, you get something, it's like, you're welcome instead of sure thing. It's a, more formal, thing. I don't know.
Are you talking about a nice internet? That's
Yeah, nice
impossible.
internet, predictive type would be great.
It brings about world peace.
Yeah, through predictive typing, and it'll start to form how we speak to each other. It'll be great.
So have you used extensions
Yeah,
for
and I
any of your
love them.
apps?
They're great.
Okay.
Like 1Password,
Me
I've
too.
gone through, and like my Amazon password is like 30 characters long now because I can finally use that in the Safari. And I've been going through as I've been noticing different passwords that need, more security. I've been doing that now. Evernote's pretty
I've been-
awesome.
Oh,
What
yeah, that's
else?
right. Evernote integration is much better now too. I used an app for Pinboard called Pinner.
Mhm.
Mark Arment, not Mark Arment. I'm sorry, Bachichi. He recommended it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a great Pinboard app if you need one. And it's so much easier now that I move stuff into Instapaper, and I can just
Yeah,
click on the
Instapaper is
Pinner
more handy
extension.
now. Yep.
Oh yeah, dude, everything's better. Extensions are pretty
OmniFocus, that's a pretty good one.
awesome.
Like,
That was
yeah,
actually
it's
a
just
huge
like
change.
this is finally we're getting close, like to get like not needing a Mac for stuff at some point. In the next 5 years, maybe we'll be there. I don't know. I still can't run a Google Hangout from my iPad yet. That needs to happen. I can join one, but I can't start one. Like this here.
You know what? It'd be kind of cool. I know Apple's not gonna do this, but use like via messages allow for like a Hangout that you can record. So
Yeah, I mean,
but,
GarageBand doesn't even do podcasting anymore.
yeah, it's,
It sucks.
well,
Apple kind of gave up on that thing. I don't know.
everyone else is doing their own thing. So and
They
there's much
are.
better tools available now.
YouTube is my new podcasting avenue, and then I rip out the audio from it.
Overcast, man, that's where it's at.
I switched over to Overcast, I'll tell you.
Ah,
It's fantastic because the Apple Podcast app,
ugh,
I used to use that. And I might have to go back to it with CarPlay because I don't think Overcast supports CarPlay quite yet. So,
yeah.
I now use podcasts for my Apple TV podcasts there. Then Overcast is where all my audio podcasts live. And I love the automatic download and how quick things refresh and how just out of your mind it is. It feels like you're streaming, although you're not, just because of how effortless that feature is of the downloading in there. So I'm
I
liking
think
it.
the big issue I had with the podcast app, I would use it, but when I brought over my I think 50, 60 podcasts, it decided, hey, I'm gonna download all 300 episodes for you now. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I just need the most recent one. And there's I don't think there's a global setting. You have to go into every single podcast and
So
choose
when they
the
went
setting.
from the third party download it when you want to approach, there was a global setting, I believe. And then when they built it in the iOS 8, they kind of got rid of that, and they just said, "Oh, let's have all these be download automatically." And no, Apple, no, thank you.
That's
It's
stupid.
kind of sucks. Yeah, I guess Stitcher Radio supports CarPlay, so I might try that for. It's gonna be weird for a while because I don't know how quick these CarPlay apps will get enabled. Because I'd love to have Overcast through CarPlay. It'd be nice.
There was one more thing inside of what's the word I'm looking for? Inside of Overcast, going back to Overcast,
Yeah.
that was actually awesome. It was I forgot the actual
The
name.
getting rid of the pauses and stuff.
Yes, it was smart. Oh my goodness, it was smart something. I feel bad now for forgetting
And I
it.
love just seeing like the waveform on top of the episode being played. It's a nice kind of cool thing.
You did a pretty good job with that. Yeah, it just changed the speed automatically to get rid of the pauses. The funny thing is, some of the intro songs for certain podcasts have like a little pause in it, and it jacks up the whole intro song to the podcast. I was like, oh, and
Now-
no video support, which hurts me too because I like to listen to
Oh,
10x.
videos aren't even supported in that. I didn't realize.
No, that's one issue. That's one reason I might move back to podcasts.
That's why you
it's
need
just I have to
two.
spend
You
a bit
need
of time.
podcasts for your video, and then Overcast for your audio. That's how I do it.
I might
Because
have
if
to
you
do
think
that,
about it, the
actually.
Apple TV uses the podcast syncing as well. So if you want to watch
That's
them on your
true.
Apple TV, it seems like a good solution for, I don't know. Well, that's what
I
I'm
didn't
doing,
even
at
think
least.
about that. Thank you, Tim.
So yeah, that's that. If it's stuck on your phone, you might as well use it for something, right?
Yeah.
Something I've been growing to expect is my iPhone's in landscape, and it's sitting on my desk as landscape. Every app and every interface, I want landscape in some way. The lock screen needs to be landscape. The phone, I'm sick of it. So annoying.
You said podcast would be. I don't think they do. Like if you go into phone and you turn it to. Oh no, it doesn't.
No, you
They
can't
think
make a phone call in
first-party
landscape.
app-
It's so annoying.
Yeah.
Because if it's sitting on your desk and it's standing like a lot of people would, because the interface, most of it does that. It's
Again, this is where I think stuff was moving way too quickly for
maybe
the
8.3,
actual-
right? 8.3.
8.2. Come on, let's be real. No, just kidding. No, I don't know.
8.3
Whenever.
comes out. It supports the Apple Watch and landscape phone calls.
Yay.
Oh boy.
One thing that does happen, I notice is a bug. I don't know if it happens to you. It usually happens in my pocket, or if I'm done using the phone and it was in landscape.
Yeah.
The status bar stays stuck on the left side until I open it up again and go back into an app.
I get
So I
some
have like my
weird-
status bar stuck on the side when I
Do
go
you
back
get
to
some
portrait
weird
mode.
keyboard bugs where there's like half a keyboard there and the display's cut off or something? There's
I've
some
had a
weird
couple
6
of,
Plus bugs.
I've had some hang-ups too where the whole system doesn't respond when I
That's
swipe. It just sits there.
bizarre.
It doesn't even access. So I'm tempted to do like another restore. It could be an application that's run amok. I mean, turning it on and off again, off and on again. Sorry, it doesn't really solve it. So next thing is a
And
restore. And if,
Have you noticed the speakers are just, when they're max, they're like blaring because the speakers can't handle the amount of volume coming out of that device.
Yes, because I usually
It's
listen
distortion.
to a podcast in the morning.
Yeah, distortion.
Yeah, there's a bit of distortion.
Which I'm glad I have that option to distort. It's great that it's finally this loud, because before it's like it's either gonna be fully maxed out or I'm just gonna mute it, because like that's the only
Because you
two
can't hear
settings.
anything.
Now we finally have granularity and volume. It's fantastic.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Oh
Oh
my god.
man. So have you tried to do the iCloud photo library thing yet? Or are you waiting until it's official?
Is it even?
Say
I have
again?
not tried it. No,
You've not tried it.
I'm
Okay.
using. Oh, no, I have not tried. I've been using whatever's available to the public right now. So if there's something I don't know about,
Okay. It's in beta.
yeah.
It's on the public release, but it is beta. Kind of like how everyone can use iCloud Drive if you want to.
maybe I am using it and I really did not pay attention, and I'm actually using it.
You
And
might
It's just.
accidentally.
Uh,
It's kind of nice though, because I've got like a huge photo library on my iPad, and I turned it on both devices, and now it's on my iPhone too. So
the only issue I have, I guess, with that is because I have so many pictures now and videos that have added up over time. I have an external hard drive that contains all of my whole
well, when that
library.
comes
So.
to the Mac, you can just have everything up there.
Yeah, I'm curious how it's going to work with an external hard drive, because I mean, I know most people, if they're really serious about photos, they're going to have like 13 years of freaking photos in
Yeah.
their library.
I
and
think
that's-
2 terabytes is the max. Is that a?
But is it only saving it in the cloud, or is it going to try to make a copy on your computer
So
also?
how it works? You have a high resolution local copy or a device appropriate resolution, depending on you choose. So it stays local and goes to the cloud, and it'll beam down that copy to devices that don't have it, kind of thing. So it's kind of
That'd be
the ultimate
interesting.
backup solution if you trust it not to wipe your phone on accident. Because
Well,
yeah.
That's what I'm worried about. Look what happened to.
Oh yeah, the reset all setting things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know it's kind of an interesting thing, but it shouldn't. I mean, that's
It's a little messed
something
up. A little messed
that
up.
should not have happened, though.
No.
That's like you should have tested that.
Yeah, totally. Now, do you have any smart devices in your house? Like, I've got the Nest thermostat, I got the Hue light bulbs. Do you have much of that?
Just a Hue light bulbs right now.
Okay.
And that's about it. And I was thinking about actually not using my phone to control those. I was thinking about picking up. They have the touch controls now. You can put
I
wherever
saw
you
that.
like to control that.
Yeah, it's like $60. How much does that do?
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
59, $60.
I kind of want it because, like, so my setup now is I don't need it because, like, I just have power strips mounted to my wall, and there's a nice on-off switch on the power strips.
Yeah.
So that serves as a light switch for those. But yeah, I'll be curious. Will accessories need firmware updates to be HomeKit enabled? We need to buy new light bulbs? Like, how is that going to work?
That's a good question. I don't think the devices themselves would need firmware upgrades because they're still connecting to the hub. It would be, whatever service
Yeah, I'm
that
it's
controls everything.
very concerned because I already invested the Nest thermostat. So, will they do this? I don't know. I mean, they're Google owned now. Will they be
Yeah.
against that? But Google has App Store apps, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think they'll update it. I don't see why they would keep from doing that. And Nest said they're going to do their own thing anyway, but who knows?
Yeah,
Words
so
are
I'll
cheap.
be
Talk is cheap.
because I'd love to walk in
I
my
can't wait to
house and
see that.
say, "Hey Siri, I'm home." That'd be great. Or I'm going
Which
to bed.
you can
Siri.
do, I think. You can hack your router to do that, I believe. It captures,
Yeah, I
like,
tried
Siri
that.
commands.
Such a
How was it?
I'm not
Yeah,
smart enough to do
not
that
worth
for me at all. Now, HealthKit, those guys at Fitbit are driving me insane. They don't want to do
Stupid.
HealthKit.
They just have pushed themselves away from actually being important to.
Like, they had the
Apple-
love.
I mean,
They had the
Apple
love
Watch
of all
comes out,
Apple
you're done.
users, pretty much. Now
Yeah.
they're, like, getting all this hate because because there's alternatives, like the Withings activity monitor. That works with the HealthKit, so, you might lose some users, I think. I don't know.
Well, it's gonna once the Apple Watch comes out, you're screwed.
That's true, like,
eh.
yeah, for me, like, I've got a Fitbit. I don't use it. I would start using it again if it worked with HealthKit.
Yeah.
I've got the Pebble smartwatch, and there's the Up application that works with this now. But the crappy thing is the Up app on the phone doesn't support sending my step data to the health kit, only pulling it in. So it's like, and I'm not going to buy the Withing thing because let me save that $100 and invest that in the Apple Watch. So I think all these health trackers are going to die off pretty soon. I don't know.
Oh,
Not die off, but it'll be more of a niche, maybe.
Yeah, who knows? But who wants to pay? Some people don't want to pay $350 for the watch either. And the other thing is, I think if those companies now attempt to integrate with HealthKit properly, I think they'll build a lot of goodwill where people actually will keep them around and won't just get rid of them.
Yeah, I'd see that. Now, do you know if I'm tracking my steps like 5 different ways, will it know like timeline-wise these are the same exact steps and don't double count me? Does that work?
So I've been using just, I guess, HealthKit to track, or the Health app, sorry, to track my steps.
Just the built-in iPhone 6 Plus motion. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. So I really haven't used any third-party apps.
Because that's useless for me, because I leave my phone on my desk all the time, and I'm running around the office, and my phone's not with me. Like, it's not in my pocket
Phone's always
anymore.
with me.
Not in my pocket
it's
anymore.
For notes, it's well, even when you're walking, you still kind of have that natural rhythm that kind of goes on. I guess it won't be as accurate, but it should, in theory, it should still count. Hey, it's moving. I see that you're moving.
Yeah.
And it's kind of...
I just want the Pebble app to track my steps and send it to HealthKit. That'd be great. Are you using the Pebble anymore? You still have one of those?
Yeah, I never picked one up.
You never did? Okay.
No, I was going to, and then I waited. The metal one came out. Waited some more. Apple Watch was announced. Okay, I'm not buying it anymore.
You're done with that. Yeah, no need. Yeah.
Did you pick one up or?
It was for free. My boss got it for me. The watch being broke a couple of days ago, they decided to replace it with this little thicker one here. So, yeah, not too bad. But I've enjoyed it. It's really nice because, like, I'll have a scenario where I'm at lunch, my iPhone 6 Plus is across the building, and I can see, oh, this guy I want to answer the phone call of. I got my Bluetooth headset on. I can answer the phone call across the building, and it's great, you know. It's awesome.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really handy. And I turn my vibrator off on the 6 Plus. This does not vibrate because my watch just does that.
Oh, yeah, the watch does the thing. Oh, man, you're going to have Phantom Watch soon. Is my watch vibrating? Oh, crap.
Well, now with
it's like
the Apple Watch, it's like a little tap. It's like
it should shock you. That'd be bad.
Well, I was saying, like, that'd be great if Apple enabled, like, movie creators to sync their movie to the Apple Watch. So as you're going through Alien, you have that heartbeat at the end where you're hearing that, and then you're just your wrist is giving you a little pulse. That'd be amazing.
It could use beacons to do that.
Oh, there you go.
That'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah. Or you got the movie theater that does it there.
Oh, and start scaring the crap out of people if like a horror movie something happens, and it just like shocks you. You're like, wow, what just happened? Man.
Anyways, what else? Anything else? Anything cool you've been doing with Apple stuff recently?
Boring stuff.
Yeah?
I've been using Markdown a lot more. I've been trying to get back into making screencasts, but you know how that goes.
On Mac or iOS?
Using iOS, but using the Mac to record the screencast. Still using Reflector.
Yeah, that's a good app. No, I've been. I had to start using Markdown for the first time because I'm working on starting up like a magazine type thing, and they work with Markdown at the CRM or whatever. So I found this app called Texts, and the wonderful thing is it just is a rich text editor that does all the Markdown crap for me without me having to learn it, which is what I want because I don't have time for that crap. So are you doing it the old school way, or you have a nice GUI to do it?
I'm actually using Ulysses, which is an amazing app, and Daedalus Touch on iOS to do my writing right. And you still have to memorize some of the actual, I guess, code, right?
Sure.
But other than that, you just press a button and it automatically does it for you. So it's very simple.
Okay, nice.
So and I use Text Expander also. So I type in my little snippet. It creates my snippet,
like
drops in my URL, and I fill in the rest that I need to. So
now, what are you using Markdown for?
couple of different, I guess, places I'm writing for my own site. I think it's easy.
Yep.
For work, I use it for notes now. And then
Oh,
we
nice.
started, well, two new things. It's you know Patrice Brendamore?
I
I
think
more likely
so.
slaughtered his name. German guy. Dr. Allgood, I think,
Okay.
is his
Okay.
where you usually see him. So we started a site called MacUser.pro,
Hmm.
and we also have started a podcast called Deconstruct, which pretty much tears apart stupid news. So
Oh,
similar
nice. I
to,
love those.
and I mean, you're more than welcome. The more people that are on there, the merrier. Right now,
Yeah.
we have Ben Rothick. Rothick. I always get his
I know.
name wrong.
Yeah, I know Ben. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so Ben's on there, Patrice and
Just do like
myself.
an idiot of
So
the day kind of thing, you know. It's I used to
kind
just
of, we
go
don't.
through iTunes and just post like, "Here's the idiot of the day," and doing a
Uh,
non-review in
there's still
iTunes.
stupid stuff. Look at Munster and his Apple TV. Never
Yeah, you
ends.
think we'll get Apple TV this year, Jerome?
Oh God.
Uh,
Sure.
yeah.
No. If you have to ask, the answer is no.
Oh
But,
boy, Apple
so
TV.
that's what I'm doing. Just
Oh,
keeping
that's very
busy.
cool. Yeah, awesome. So how often? What's the frequency of the deconstruct?
Oh, right now the first one should go live soon. We kind of sent it out to everyone, made sure it's actually decent. So it's gonna be weekly. Every
Cool.
Sunday we record.
Nice.
Uh,
Yeah, I'll have to subscribe for sure.
Thanks. I'll let you know as soon as it's up. It's more like fun. It's not work safe.
Is it an
So
alternative to what Angry Mac Bastards used to be?
possibly
A
no, a little bit yes, but
little
we're
bit,
gonna
yeah.
yeah a little bit. Well,
Okay.
no, they are kind of our inspiration because I loved
Yeah,
what
that
they
that show
did.
just kind of disappeared. I don't know
So
what happened with
well,
that whole thing. I heard there's some
I wouldn't
drama. I don't
recommend
know.
looking into it.
I
Yeah,
heard
there was
there's some
plenty of
drama.
drama. Oh yeah, it was
Uh,
a lot, and we're gonna try to stay away from what caused that drama.
yeah, be a little bit nicer of a angry. Well, you don't have to be angry to
Yeah,
call people out. Okay.
I'm the voice of reason in there sometimes. So
Yeah. Oh man. Well, I think that about does it. We will have to have you on again sometime for sure.
just
Um,
let me know. I'm always, as long as I'm not running around like a madman, or and you know we got married, right? I just want to make sure when I say my wife.
I knew you were engaged, and now
Oh,
I
we're
assume you
married,
got
May
married within
1st.
that time frame of
Yes.
being engaged. And yeah, congratulations, man. That's awesome.
Thank you. So, and as
That's
long
very
as I don't
awesome.
have to help the wife out, because I'm helping her run her business now too. So it's
What's
life's busy.
what's the business? What's
She still does like small scale art, glass blowing, and
Oh,
a
very
whole
cool.
bunch of other things.
Yeah,
So, and she does like lay making. She
nice.
helps out with, like a little bit with hula sometimes. So she
Yeah.
does a
So
whole
a
bunch
lot
of
of
stuff.
different kind of culture-y type things.
Yeah,
Nice. Very cool.
you should speak to her in Japanese if you ever need someone to speak with. I bet
When
she'll
I
be
get to
glad to
that
speak
point,
with you.
I will have to take you up on that. You know, I know the
Right.
basics, and I'm watching a lot of Japanese, movies and anime and stuff. I've got a
That's the best
Japanese,
way to learn.
I got a Japanese iTunes account. I'm watching all these.
Holy
I
crap!
got all these Japanese movies. Like, I've got the whole Harry Potter series in Japanese. The dubbing is amazing. Like, it's sounds like they got Daniel Radcliffe to do the part. Like, they're pretty good with that. I'll tell you.
Hey, maybe he speaks Japanese, but no. No, I'm
I
just
don't
kidding.
know about that, but oh man.
Huh.
Well, Jerome, where can folks find you on the interwebs?
Uh, Place I'm at the most is right now is on just on Twitter, so at Jerome Kohler. I
Yep.
was gonna put it in the lower thirds, but as you can see, it did not appear.
Just not,
So
but just like get rid of the space and put an @ sign for your name, basically.
there you go. That's the best way to do that. And well, deconstruct.tv now,
Nice.
macuser.pro, and last place, which is my friend and coworker and I, we run a site called Cryptocurrency Weekly. So we kind of do a curated list of cryptocurrency news. So anything from Dogecoin to Bitcoin to
Oh,
any other
cool.
altcoin that's out there. So
Oh, it's
uh,
awesome. Is there any like Hawaiian digital coin thing popping up?
there's a Hawaii coin, and I did not
There
buy any of
is. Okay.
it. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know what happened to it. They announced it. I think it was back in March,
Oh,
May,
that's
and
crazy.
then I totally let it drop because I never heard anything about it again.
Yeah. Well, awesome. I'll have
Yeah.
all that in the show notes, and
Oh,
make sure to
thank you.
check out your new podcast, Deconstruct. It should be out by the time this show airs towards the end of October. So, yeah, definitely check that out, and we'll definitely have to have you on again sometime. Thanks, Ron.
Awesome. Thanks, Tim.